Hi everybody, welcome to EDC Austria. I'm Stefan. Today we are talking about the Kershaw Leek 1660 CBBW, which stands for Composite Blade Blackwash. The Kershaw Leek is a very classic design from Kershaw. It was designed by Ken Onion, who is also the designer and developer of the speed-safe spring action that Kershaw uses. In this case, you can either deploy it with a flipper or the ambidextrous thumb studs, which also act as a blade stop. It has some very light chimping up here, but it really doesn't do a lot. I bought it mainly because of the blade shape. I was looking for a Warncliffe and this came pretty close. It's actually a modified drop point, but very modified. The interesting thing about this knife in particular is the composite blade. The spine is a 14C28N Sandvik steel, and the edge is D2 and actually CPM D2, so it's powder metallurgy steel. And the reason for this composite action is that it's simply cheaper to mix those two together instead of having the whole blade made out of the D2 super steel, because that would be too expensive. In the right light you can see it. It's way easier on the non-blacked out version. There's a clear line setting it apart and you feel it. As for the knife itself, it has exactly a 3-inch blade which comes to 7.5 millimeters, and it has an overall length of 7 inches, which is just 18 centimeters. That's a bit too tiny even for me. That's my main problem with this knife. I did nothing, I just changed the tip to tip up carry, and sadly you can't change it for left hand. I mean, not for me personally because I'm right-handed, but for other people I guess it's a problem. The only stuff I found in my collection that was even remotely that size is the Sanrenmu 710, or another Ken Onion design, the CRKT Swindle, but even that one is bigger. So, and this is not a big knife at all. So it really is a bit tiny. And as you'll see in the cutting footage I'll put in at the end, for a super steel the out of box sharpness is really not great, and I've only used it a bit before, so that can't be wear and tear. Aside from that, I really like the design. I mean, it's a bit slippery, but once you get a good grip, it doesn't have any hot spots. Might not be the easiest to sharpen though. I will see, because I have to, which you'll see shortly. Well, there is not much else to talk about. The handle is stainless steel. It's of course made in the USA, but all Kershaw models that use 14C28N steel are made in the US. In Tualatin, Oregon. Heaton Avenue. So, and oh, the weight, we could check out the weight. We haven't done that in a long time, because I actually don't know the weight of this knife. So it's 88 grams or 3.1 ounces. That's at least a pretty light knife. I wish I could tell you more, but there isn't really much more to talk about. It would be the perfect EDC knife if it was a bit larger. It's great for opening packages, making simple draw cuts, but it's just too tiny and slippery, and as you'll see at the footage I'll put in the end, you'll notice it's not very sharp out of the box. So, and in the US it costs this version between $70 and $85, and I paid 130 euros at knifesandtools.de. Knives and Tools. I don't know why that didn't come to me earlier. Well, sorry for this lackluster review, but there was really not a lot to talk about. Here is a regular sized knife in comparison. That's not big at all. So I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you have small hands and are looking for a really nice EDC blade, but you really might want to go with the way cheaper regular 14N 28C version, that might save you a lot of money and also some kind of, well, I was really disappointed. I usually love Kershaw CT and everything they do, but when I pay $130 for a Kershaw and then it doesn't even cut right, I think this is an attack against me personally. Okay, so I'll put in the cutting footage right now, and please like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, but they're usually more interesting, and I have a big, large and cozy review coming up. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.